Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ooni of Ife's wives in fierce competition over royal benefit as helicopter flew empty. So we got another information that, you see, on that day where Ooni of Ife now said that he needed to be in Lagos to be a part of Tadenikawo's event. Tadenikawo, they had this very small event, mild event, family by family, that age, you know, like I told you, they have these teachers that are teaching them at home, okay? So they had, you know, this small children's game that was going to test their cognitive reasoning, okay? Tadenikawo has a very high cognitive reasoning, okay? And so the father is always very thrilled to be around Tadenikawo. The reason is because the boy is only 4 years old. Now, I explain this to you. Do you know how funny or how sweet it is when you see that your 4 years old is doing something that maybe a 7 years old is supposed to do? Your 4-year-old is doing something that the 7-year-old is supposed to do. You know, there's this joy that comes because you know that the boy is thinking like 1 or 2 steps ahead of his mates and all of that. Then when it comes to Tadenikawo is very smart. That boy has his cognitive reasoning is so high. So that alone is something that thrills the father. So when they had their kids' game, the father had promised he was going to be there because even Tade had asked if the father was going to be there and they said yes. And Ooni of Ife, anything that has to do with Tadenikawo, he doesn't joke, okay? Now, you don't know that this relationship that has been, you know, sealed between Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi, one of the major joys that the monarch has is the fact that he has an opportunity to be a part of Tadenikawo's tutelage, okay? And you know, that was his biggest problem. He wanted to be a part of Tadenikawo's tutelage no matter what, okay? And so that is what is happening. So he needed to be there. Now, we heard that there was a royal get-together that was supposed to happen between Ebony and the Ooni of Ife. Okay, after everything, she had arranged it like it was supposed to be like a romantic dinner. But Ooni of Ife was to leave for Lagos. And usually because of the security issues, and Ooni of Ife is very, very busy these days. And so he doesn't go with his, you know, entourage to the airport in Ibadan anymore as early as he used to go. So if he's attending to people, and there's a need for him to leave to join his private jet in Ibadan airport, the helicopter will pick him from the palace. So I told you the helipad is okay. They have fixed it very well right now. What is an helipad? Is a place where an helicopter lands, okay? And so now he will go from there. So they said when that jet came, that was when Ebony knew Ooni of Ife was going out. Remember, this is the second time this will be happening since Ebony came back. As we are hearing, that is if the information is true. So Ebony fled up like it was not happening. Now they said Oletik joined Ebony straight to the what do you call the royal chamber, that is the Ooni of Ife's chamber. Now, one thing that happened again, Ikpe also came. You do know that Ikpe is not, as I'm right now, as you and I are talking, Ikpe is not in the palace. So Ikpe had a problem with the Ooni of Ife. I think there was a pronouncement that was done, and they said Ikpe should be staying in Lagos. But Ikpe since, okay, now when Ebony came, did you see the kind of, have you ever seen that kind of alliance between Ebony and Ikpe before? Did you see what happened this time? Because Ikpe is having problems with Kabiyesi and other people, and Ebony has this entitlement thing. She feels like, okay, I've given you a son now, I deserve the best because I was, you know, what do you call? I was, according to them, Ebony was betrothed to the Ooni of Ife from when she was very small and all of that. And you see, it is that it is what is giving Ebony this confidence and entitlement. You do know that she is the one who said that she met her husband spiritually before they even met physically. Okay, now Ebony feels like, okay, she is special, okay? And she's the one who deserves, you know, better than any other person in that palace. That is what Ebony feels, okay? Yes, that is what she feels, as we're hearing. So, now, because Bloblo is no longer on the side. Remember, the indigenes, the ones who are from Ile Ife, they have root in Ife. They have elders who are backing them. The fact that Bloblo is no longer on the side of Ikpe or on the side of these things that are bad anymore, it has made Ikpe's fight very difficult. And Ikpe is not finding it funny with Bloblo or anybody. And so now when Ebony came, and Ebony came with anger, Ikpe embraced Ebony embrace Ikpe. So Ebony is thinking Ikpe is fighting for her, but Ebony does not know that Ikpe is fighting for her own self. Ikpe is fighting to return back fully. Now you do know that Ooni of Ife, Ikpe is still Ooni of Ife's wife. Big time, he's still Ooni of Ife's wife. Ooni is angry with Ikpe for now, and that is why Ooni allowed that thing to happen that they asked Ikpe to go. So Ikpe too has been there in a hotel supporting Ebony. So when this wahala started between Ebony and Ooni of Ife, who joined? Oletik joined. Who joined again? Ikpe joined. Where did Ikpe come from? Ikpe that was supposed to be in Lagos. As a matter of fact, Ikpe has been very busy. You do know that, in case you don't know, a lot of you feel that Ikpe is a full-time housewife. She's not a full-time housewife. Ikpe is still working. Ikpe is working, and her job is in Lagos, okay? So now, when they said Ikpe should be in Lagos, it wasn't totally because they want to punish her. It was because she to let her rest, let her concentrate on her job small, so that everybody can drink water and drop coal. Ikpe that is supposed to be in Lagos, where did you come from? Ikpe was still in Ile Ife. So when this thing happened, they say it was Ikpe, it was Ebony, and it was Oletik. They said the wahala that they gave Kabiyesi. They said the wahala that they gave that man, that if Kabiyesi had never regretted his life, I'm sure that it was that day that Kabiyesi regretted his wife. They are asking for what belongs to them. Ikpe is dragging this side, Oletik is dragging the other side, and Ebony is dragging the other side. And people started saying, okay, Ikpe, now you, what are you dragging for? Let's say Oletik is dragging because she has twins. Ebony is dragging because she just gave birth to a cute boy. Sorry, I'm doing something that Ebony is dragging because she just gave birth to a boy. You, what are you dragging for? You that you are even older than these people. Because I think the youngest wife in that place right now is Ebony and Oletik. You that you're even older, that, you know, should be the one that is advising others. You're coming to follow them to drag. And you too, you're even dragging. You're already still in trouble. You're still dragging. What are you even dragging? That's what people were asking. People were asking, like, it was not a small thing in the palace. So they said they did this wahala until that helicopter left. It did not go. So what that meant is that Ooni of Ife missed that function. Ooni of Ife did not go for Tadenikawo's game because he couldn't go. Ooni of Ife was angry. They made sure he didn't go because they knew he was going to Queen Naomi, and they made sure that the man did not leave. This is what we are hearing. If the information is correct, I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that, you know, these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.